Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since my last beauty video, but I have one for you today. I was recently sent 3 products from a brand called Lola makeup, so I decided to put together a look, this one, which incorporates all 3 of them. I hadn't heard of Lola before they got in touch with me, but I took a look at their website and really liked the look of the products. It's a cruelty-free brand with products designed in Britain, and just to read a little something from their website, they say, "We understand that we are not all perfect in this ever-changing world, but through makeup we can feel empowered, have confidence and enjoy living our lives." That is an ethos I can definitely get behind. The price point is very affordable. It's on a par with brands like L'Oreal. I will leave a link to their website as well as to all the products used in this video in the description box below. So if you would like to see how I achieved this look, keep watching. Okay, so I've already done my base and my brows, so I'm going to start by telling you the products that I've used for that. So for my foundation, I am wearing the Rimmel Match Perfection foundation. This I have been wearing pretty much exclusively for the last year, I think. I have definitely talked about it here before, so I'm not going to go on about it too much, but it is a really nice, affordable foundation that basically ticks all the boxes for me. It's a medium to full coverage. You can build it up, but it never really gets cakey. I really like the finish that it gives to my skin. It's kind of a healthy glow, but without being too shiny. I've always said that for a drugstore foundation, I find it really impressive, and obviously I do because I must have repurchased this now 6 or 7 times. I've also concealed under my eyes and just a few blemishes that I have around the chin area with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is a little bit of a new discovery for me. I picked this up just before Christmas. I was actually looking to replace my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, which is another favourite of mine, but they were sold out, so I ended up with this one, and I have to say I'm so glad I got to try it. It has a really nice consistency to it. It's creamy enough to brighten and conceal effectively, but it's not a thick formula in the slightest, so it's pretty good at not sinking into fine lines. I'm 40 years old, so that is definitely something that I look for in a concealer, so I would definitely recommend this to anyone who is a little bit older. It also has hyaluronic acid in it, so you're actually plumping the area while you're concealing it as well. So yeah, it's brilliant. I really recommend this. I've set under my eyes with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. This helps to prolong the wear of my concealer as well as brightening the under eye area. Again, it doesn't settle into fine lines because the powder is so fine. I am actually in the market for a setting powder for my whole face. I don't actually have one at the moment, so if you have any recommendations for me, either by Laura Mercier or another brand, then please do leave them in the comments. Finally, I have filled in and neatened up my brows using Benefit Brow. This is another product that I've been using for a really long time. It's super easy to use. It does everything you could want for your brows in one simple product. Really like the polished result. Again, you can be sure that I definitely recommend this because I have repurchased it so many times. Right, let's get going with the look. So the first thing that I'm going to do is apply some eyeshadow primer, and the one I use is always the Urban Decay Anti-Aging Eyeshadow Primer. So as well as prolonging the wear of the shadows and intensifying the colours, it also has anti-aging benefits, so that's great for me. Next, I'm going to create a kind of cheap smoky eye, I guess, if you like, the easy version. So the palette that I'm going to use for this is the Nude Tude palette by The Balm. I'm going to start by applying a crease shade, and the one I'm going to use is Sultry, this sort of matte mid-brown shade right here. I'm going to apply it with my Real Techniques Precision Crease Brush, I think this is called. My eyes are quite hooded, so there is a limit to what I can do with them. I find by applying a shadow like this in the crease and then just above it as well, it makes my eyes look that bit bigger. So that will do for now. I will blend them in a bit, and now I'm going to apply the shade Seductive all over my lid. So this is kind of bronzy gold shimmer shade, type of shade that's pretty much flattering on everybody. I'm just using a fluffy brush just to apply this all over my lids. Next, I'm going to take this little brush, which is from Zoeva. It's number 226. It's called the Smudger brush. This is really useful for just dragging a bit of shadow underneath the lower lash line. So I'm just going to go back in with Sultry and just put that just here under my lash line. I only do this a little bit, but I find it really adds to that smokiness. I'm going to use this blending brush from Shu Uemura. This is practically an antique. I've had this for so long, but it's the best blending brush that I've ever been able to find, and I'm just going to blend out these edges here, just make it all look a bit softer. The last thing I'm going to do for my eyes is add a little bit of a lighter colour in the inner corners. So I'm going to use this Standoffish here, which is a light pink. I'm going to use another Real Techniques brush for this. This is, what is it called? The Accent brush. Just add that lighter colour here in the inner corners. Now I'm going to use the first product from Lola that I was sent, and it is this automatic eye pencil. This is in the shade 001 Black. I am not the best at lining my eyes. I can't do flicks because the shape of them, and my bone is here, so there's no point even trying. However, I do like a little bit of pencil sometimes smudged along the upper lash line. I think it helps to define the eyes, and it would definitely add to this kind of smoky look that I'm going for. So I have practiced with this before, and for somebody who doesn't line her eyes that often and isn't that great at it, this is actually pretty easy to use. It's quite a soft, creamy tip, so no good for precise lines, but for that kind of smudgy look, it's really good. I'm not going all the way into the inner corners, I'm just basically doing this outside part here. I'm just sort of softly smudging it along. So you can twist this up as you use it. The only thing with pencils like this is that they are very soft, so you do have to be a bit careful not to break them. So hopefully you can see that has added some sort of soft, smoky definition to my eyes. Next, I'm going to curl my lashes with my trusty £1 Primark eyelash curlers. And now moving on to Lola product number 2, which is their volume mascara. So this has a bristle brush, which I personally prefer to a plastic one. I quite like the formula of this. It's very good at not clumping. So mascara has definitely added some volume to my lashes. It has added some length as well. It is a nice mascara, but it's not the best one I've ever used. It is an affordable price, and I would say if you are looking for a mascara that's a pretty good all-rounder, then I'd say it's worth checking out. Personally, I don't know whether I would buy it myself, just because there are other mascaras that I think work better on my lashes, but it is a good one. I do think it has defined my lashes quite well. It has managed to coat every lash without sort of sticking any of them together. So yeah, I would say that is its biggest plus point. I'm going to move on to face products now, and I'm going to start by just adding some bronzer to warm up my complexion. This is the L'Oreal Back to Bronze. Again, this is another product that I have talked about here before. So I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and just use this pretty much all over to warm up my complexion. I really should have pinned my hair back for this. Basically just done a light dusting of that all over. It is quite pigmented, so a little bit of this goes a long way. Next, I'm going to add some blusher. I'm going to go for something pink toned, so Benefit Rocketeur is what I'm going to choose. Just put back that healthy glow. I'm going to add a highlight now, and because I'm doing more of an evening look, I'm going to use one that I don't necessarily wear so much in the daytime. It is this slightly mauve toned highlight from the L'Oreal La Vie en Glow palette. This is the warm toned version. This is called After Love. This is a slightly unusual highlight, but I really love it for evenings out. So I'm just going to take this sort of small fluffy brush and just add that to the top of my cheekbones. So it's time for the finishing touch now, and that is going to be the final product that I was sent by Lola, and that is their matte liquid lipstick in the shade First Date. This is definitely my favourite of the 3 products that they sent me. It's a beautiful shade and a beautiful formula. I have tried this a few times and I really love it. It's really comfortable on the lips, it's got this beautiful creamy matte finish, and it has amazing staying power as well, which is brilliant for a night out because obviously you're probably going to be eating and drinking. All 3 of the products that they sent me are really good quality, but if you were only going to buy one, then I would say definitely make it the lipstick. So I hope you like the finished look and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and maybe even subscribe if you're interested in more fashion and beauty content from a slightly older perspective. As always, thank you so much for watching and I will see you again soon in another video. Bye.